SAS Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
The Moose Jaw Warriors come away with their third straight win, knocking off the Edmonton Oil Kings 5-2 here tonight in downtown Moose Jaw. It wasn't pretty at times, but the Warriors did enough to get the job done, and especially in that first period when Atlee Calvert gets his natural hat trick to power the Warriors to the victory. We got plenty to go over here on the post-game show on IKS Media Warriors Live. I'm your host, Marc Smith, and we will be getting reaction from the Warriors locker room with head coach Mark O'Leary in just a little bit. Also, we'll have the SAS Lotteries out-of-town scoreboard, the Connexus save of the game, and as well as the 3 stars. But we'll start with the game scoring summary, and it was all Atlee Calvert in that opening period as the Warriors built up a 3-0 lead on his natural hat trick. He scored his 31st of the season at 12:39, then got his 32nd of the season, second of the night at 13:47, and then just a few minutes later, his 33rd of the season and third of the night for the hat trick there for Atlee Calvert to end that first period natural hat trick. But it was Edmonton battling their way back in the second. Blake Fiddler gets his power play goal 7:59 into the second period, his third of the season, cutting the lead down to 3-1. But only 44 seconds later, it was Jagger Firkus with his 40th of the season answering right back for the Moose Jaw Warriors and making it a 4-1 game at that point. Edmonton would get another back later on in the second period as Rowan Woodward scores his 13th of the season after a turnover by the Warriors at the Edmonton blue line. They race back the other way, and him and Skylar Bruce finish it off with the goal there. But the Warriors would come back the other way in the third period at 5:47. Martin Rysavy gets his 18th of the season, third goal in the last 2 games from Rylan Kovacevic, squaring off with his former team, and Braden Sherman picking up the assist on that one, and that's the 18th of the year for Martin Rysavy, which would finish off the scoring for the Moose Jaw Warriors and give the Warriors the 5-2 victory here tonight. Shots on goal in that hockey game, Edmonton 31, outshooting the Warriors 31-29, including 12-10 in that third period. Power plays, Moose Jaw only had 1. It came back in the first period. They scored on it with Atlee Calvert's second goal of the game. So they finished 1 for 1, while the Oil Kings go 1 for 3 with the man advantage here tonight, and the Warriors kill off a couple of penalties, including one in that third period to help seal the victory, picking up a 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oil Kings, improving their record to 31-16-0-2 on the season, and for the time being moving into sole possession of second place in the Eastern Conference. Still need to see how the Medicine Hat Regina game plays out. We'll have that update coming up in the out-of-town scoreboards. But the Warriors pick up the 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oil Kings here tonight. Let's take a look at your 3 stars of the hockey game. Your third star tonight, Blake Fiddler for the Edmonton Oil Kings, gets a goal and plays a hard game for the Oil Kings here in this one. He is your third star here tonight. Second star, Lyndon Lakovic, a couple assists back in the first period. Key part of that early attack, setting up 2 of Atlee Calvert's goals with some nice passes. And Lyndon Lakovic is your second star of the hockey game. He now has 11 goals, 16 assists on the season for the 17-year-old who's not draft eligible until next year. So Lyndon Lakovic having a great season here for the Moose Jaw Warriors. And your first star with the hat trick and 4 points on the night is Atlee Calvert, now up to 33 goals and 62 points on the season for Atlee. He's well on his way to potentially cracking the 40-goal mark once again here this season. So Atlee Calvert with the hat trick and 4 points is tonight's first star of the hockey game. Lyndon Lakovich, second star. Blake Fiddler from the Edmonton Oil Kings is your third star of the game. Let's move over to the Connexus save of the night. It was a big stop back in the first period by Evan May as Edmonton's Ty Nash broke in all alone, but Evan May makes it look easy, sliding across and putting the pad down and making that stop on Nash, a breakaway opportunity. But Evan May there to answer the bell, improving his record to 11-8-2 on the air with the big victory here tonight for the Moose Jaw Warriors in between the pipes, as Jackson Unger got the night off with Dimitri Fortin serving as backup as well here tonight for the Warriors, giving the WHL wins leader the night off. But the Warriors picking up the 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oil Kings. Will take a actually, we're going to head down to the Warriors locker room now, and we'll be joining head coach Marc O'Leary, who joins us after this victory. And Coach, it was a game where you guys needed to get the job done against a team lower than you in the standings, and came out hard in that first period, got a lead, and then were able to hold on to that one. I guess your thoughts on how this one played out here tonight?
Yeah, I think it was just a really sloppy hockey game, to be honest with you. I just thought both ways, both teams, I don't think were happy with the execution, but I thought we had some guys that had really good nights. I really liked Sherman's line again. I thought they played hard and played honest. But overall, just not real crisp, whether we were with the puck or without the puck. I just thought we did just enough to win.
Team has won 3 straight now, but having a game like this, does that give you some nice ammunition to go into practice and get the guys ready to go for a weekend trip to Alberta?
Yeah, absolutely it does. The last thing we need to be is comfortable. You know, we talk about it a lot that, we're winning some hockey games, and that's good. It's important. It's what we need to do. But at the same time, there's other teams winning as well, and we know we're going to play a real hungry team in Red Deer on Friday night, and certainly we're going to welcome the practice opportunity here in the next couple days.
One guy that stood out, Atlee Calvert, obviously with the natural hat trick in that first period. He seemed to really set the tone for the team in that opening period, offensively and physically as well.
Yeah, absolutely, he did. I thought he was obviously our best player, especially early on. And when things aren't going well, I think Atlee does a great job of just simplifying things and doing the things that he's really good at. Advancing pucks off the wall, putting them in good places, and he knows where to go. He gets inside, he goes to the net, and he's got the touch around there to get it in the net. So I thought he led by example tonight, and again, another example of just our depth and finding different guys to contribute each and every night. And right now, Atlee's doing a lot of that.
Obviously, a tough test coming up this weekend with, as you mentioned, going into Red Deer on Friday and then a hungry Calgary team on Saturday as well. What's kind of the key for you guys as you get ready for that road trip?
Well, I think the Red Deer game's still fresh in mind. We know what we need to do to find success against that team. It's going to be hard and heavy down below the dots at both ends, and we'll certainly have to manage the puck a little bit better than we did tonight. I know we will. We'll be sharp after some practice here, and I know we're looking forward to the opportunity against Red Deer, but we'll need to be better than we were tonight, but we will be.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the win, and thanks for joining us here tonight on the post-game show, and good luck in Alberta.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary, who I should note moves in to second all-time on the Warriors wins list, passing Al Tour with his 138th win with that victory here tonight. So a big one for the Moose Jaw Warriors head coach as he now sits second behind only Tim Hunter, and he's done it in not a lot of games. It was about 100 and some games less than Al Tour. So Mark O'Leary with a great start to his career as head coach of the Moose Jaw Warriors, and he's probably got a few more wins on the way here this season. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your out-of-town scoreboard next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we close out the post-game show here on IKS Media Warriors Live. We'll take a quick look at the SAS Lottery's out-of-town scoreboard. 3 other games happening in the Western Hockey League tonight. It's a final in Saskatoon where the Blades knock off the Lethbridge Hurricanes 3-1. A couple of goals in that second period. Volotovsky and Easton Armstrong were the difference in that game against the Lethbridge Hurricanes. It is a 4-3 lead for the Swift Current Broncos. That game late in the third period against the Red Deer Rebels. Connor Geekie has a hat trick for Swift Current as they look to hang on for victory over the Red Deer Rebels, which will be big for Swift Current as they currently sit 7 points back of Red Deer for 4th place in the Eastern Conference. It'd also be big for the Warriors as if they can hold on, the Warriors get a little bit of breathing room over Red Deer, now currently sitting 3 points ahead of them. Pending the outcome of that game. And the final game of the night is the Medicine Hat Tigers out in front 4-1 on the Regina Pats. Andrew Basha with a couple of goals for Medicine Hat in that second period as they have extended their lead to 4-1 midway through the second there in Medicine Hat. Moving over to the NHL, we'll run through the 8-game slate in the National Hockey League. The Calgary Flames win 4-1 in Boston. The Dallas Stars knock off the Buffalo Sabres 2-1 in Buffalo. The Vancouver Canucks go into Carolina and win 3-2 over the Hurricanes. The Philadelphia Flyers also win 2-1 in Florida against the Panthers. The Pittsburgh Penguins shut out the Winnipeg Jets 3-0 on home ice. The Montreal Canadiens knock off the Washington Capitals 5-2 in Washington. And the New Jersey Devils take a 5-3 win over the Colorado Avalanche in New Jersey. In the late game, just getting underway, Connor McDavid has a goal for the Edmonton Oilers as they lead the Vegas Golden Knights 1-0 midway through the first period of play. So the Warriors win their 3rd straight game as they knock off the Edmonton Oil Kings 5-2 here tonight in downtown Moose Jaw. The Warriors will now head out on the road for a couple of games in Alberta this weekend in Red Deer on Friday, then a Saturday afternoon game in Calgary against the Hitmen. Then the Warriors back in town Thursday and Saturday next week in downtown Moose Jaw. Saturday is the Remax Presents Nickelodeon night for the Children's Miracle Network. The Warriors will be wearing special edition Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle jerseys for that game. So get tickets to both games at mjwarriors.ca, and we'll be back on the air for both those games as well. But the Warriors knocking off the Edmonton Oil Kings here tonight, 5-2 on IKS Media Warriors Live.